Well, welcome back, everybody. I got me what we'll say might be a deal. I'll let you guys decide. Let me show you. I got this air conditioner from the Goodwill store. They did have a price right. They do have a price right here, but nobody bought it. I'm not going to tell you how much just yet. But it does have a remote control that someone's taped into here. I don't even know if anyone's ever used it by the looks of it. But this thing is dirty. And you can see where they've taped it together. So someone's had this open. Now I've plugged this in and the fan works. But it was too cold to know whether it would start up. And I didn't plug it in my house. This thing's just too dirty to do that. So I'm going to take this thing apart and see just what this thing looks like inside and does. So you can see the tape. And like I say, this here looks like it's been taped in there. This looks like it's original. So whether this thing's ever been, well, I know it's been used because you can see all the dirt in there. Let's set it up on the table and take a look. There's the brand name. I got laying on its side. And just underneath here, you can see this dirt coming out. This here might be part of the original wrapping. But like I say, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this tape off. There's some duct tape. And that's right where the hose is that you're supposed to put outside. And let's open this thing up and take a look. Okay, from back here you can see this dirt, how bad it is. This is a filter. And look at that. This might go to one of my fans I repaired because I don't have any of these remote controls to the fan. There's the battery. It's got the batteries in it and they don't look like they got corroded, so I'm good there. Sweet. So right there, well, I don't want to give the hint, but I will. Right there, I made my money back on what I paid for this. By the way, like I say, this came from the Goodwill store. And the price of this thing was $149 even, was it? Oh no, it was $149.99. Let me show you. There you go. So far, would you pay that much for something that filthy? And didn't have the hose that goes on here, which you can get a hose that fit on there if you want to work at it. But look how filthy this thing is. I don't know if this has ever been taken out and cleaned. This just gets rinsed off in the sink, but now it's obviously going to need some good soap and water. You can see all the dust in here. All that's got to be cleaned out so this thing will work properly, if it even works at all. I got all the screws taken out from down here. I took some of these out. I don't know if I need to take more or not. There's a screw there, and there's one down there, and one down here. And I see I have 4 more screws. Well, those are just got taken out, so I need to take those 2 out, and we'll see if I can get this thing open. Let's move these aside. That too. So it did have packing tape stuck in here still. This all needs to be cleaned out just from the dust, which is kind of a normal thing, but not as bad as what this is. Set it aside. And here you can see it just, I know the fan works, but here you can see all the dust and everything just because this wasn't taken care of very well. Anytime you're running a fan, moving the air, it's gonna get some dust into it. And this either came from a dirty business or a really dirty house. I don't know which. I don't really see any cat hair in here. So I almost want to say this came maybe from a business. So let me get my paintbrush and start trying to clean this up a little bit, trying to get everything off I can before I introduce any kind of water or anything else. I think this is kind of stuck in here. Only thing I can do is get some of it off, but it's gonna have to get hosed out good. And this causes moisture when it's doing the air conditioning. This here's a tray that catches the water from it, and there's a hose on here somewhere that drains down. I don't see it right now. Anyway, it drains down and comes out this tube down here. All this will get wet. I can see all the grill in here is just coated. So let's see what we can do with this thing. And I'll be back after I get it brushed off. Okay, I gave this here a quick brushing, and I went ahead and took the front cover off. There's a few more screws. And now I can get into this here fan, or it's not the fan, I forgot they call it, condenser or whatever. It's what turns cold and the moisture and everything hits it. But all that can now be cleaned a lot easier. So let me get at her. This is a computer. That's why I'm not washing it. I don't want water getting in here. Even though I'm sure it's sealed, I don't want to do that. I got this brushed down pretty good. Figured I'd use air hose. I can see some places I can't get, but that's okay. Those hummingbirds are going wild. I gotta kind of hurry. The sun's out over this way, but it started sprinkling. And yeah, I should be wearing a respirator, but I stopped blowing so I can take a breath once the dust goes away. I haven't passed out yet. This one here, I do believe, is the one that takes the hot heat from the motor and everything, and that's what blows out. This one on the back, on the upper part, is the one that takes the fresh air in, and it's being chilled by this unit up here, and then it comes straight out the top. Anyway, I only paid 99 cents for this because it happened to be the right color tag. And for 99 cents, that fan remote control, it was worth it. If need be, I can take this and throw it away like it should have been in the first place. Most people bring their garbage to Goodwill, so you got to kind of watch what you buy. So anyway, talk to you in a bit. Okay, I got it all back together again. And to test this thing, instead of having to worry about using a hair dryer, I just turn it on. It's too cold outside for it to kick on. So back here's the wire that has the temperature of the air coming in. So I put my hand over it because my body's warmer. 12 hours later. There it goes. Now this fan down below kicked on to blow the heat out. And that tells me, well, besides I can hear the compressor, that tells me this thing's gonna work. For 99 cents, can't go wrong there, can we? I will admit, it depends on how much you want to get into this. They're just shut off. Just remember, look around to see where all your screws are. I took this screw out here, just a single screw. I was able to pull this out. And there's 4 more screws that hold this frame together. Had a screw down below here. And on the back side, we had 4 screws back here, 2 down below, and same with the other side. And that takes this apart enough to where you can take a paintbrush, dust it out. It's nice if you got the air hose to be able to blow it out, but just the same, makes me happy. Now all I have to do is wash that filthy filter that goes in here and that cover that fits across this, and we'll be good to go. All I have to do now is go get something like a dryer vent so I can hook onto here, which they make a bigger size pipe, and pipe it out the window. And the bigger size, I do believe, are for exhaust fans for your bathroom. There's different sizes, so go to Lowe's or Home Depot or your hardware store and get a measurement across, and they'll tell you what size you need. So anyway, until next time, thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe again.